Okay, hello, we are back with more 14 Minesweeper Variants. So as you can remember in the last video, I showed you all the 14 variants. Today we're going to take a look at combinations of said variants. So we will begin with this combined rule, where two random rules are combined. Alright, so we begin with quad and multiple. Which is very funny because those are the first two variants that we experience. But sure. Alright, quad and multiple. The dark cell, multiple means the dark cells are worth 2 mines. A mine in the dark cell is worth 2, they're 2 pers. And quad means every single 2x2 area must contain at least 1 mine in it. Okay, I think we can look at this 2 first. How can we finish this 2? We either mark 1 2 per or we mark 2 1 pers. And actually if we had to mark the 2 per, that doesn't work, because if we did that, then the remainder of the cells are all blank, leaving a 2x2 area. Symmetrically, this also cannot be a mine, and therefore none of these are mines. Okay, the 4 must have this be a mine. If this was not a mine, then there will only be 3 left, so this has to be a mine. Jesus, there's like some guy. Okay, I don't think you can hear it. There's some guy outside who's... Oh my god, he is honking his horn several times in quick succession. Alright, I think we're gonna look at this 7 and this 5 with regards to this box over here. I think this is regular multiple. How many mines can there be here? There can be a maximum of 3. Therefore here must have a minimum of 4. And therefore this must have a maximum of 1, and therefore cannot have 2 mines in it, so this can't be a mine. This is very useful because 3 here means that by a regular Minesweeper, this must have 2, and therefore these must both be mines. Now, because of this 2, there is 1 mine here, and this 4 will see 3 mines in these 3 cells. This must also be a mine to complete the 4. This cannot be a mine anymore because that will make a 5, which breaks this 4. We also know that there can only be 1 mine here from this 4. So if there is 1 mine here, it's no longer possible to make this 3 per out of 3 1s. Therefore it must be a 2 and a 1, so this must be a mine. As well as we know that there's 1 mine here, and that will make 3, so this isn't a mine. 3 means that this can't be a mine. If it was, there will be a 4. And similarly, 3 here means this can't be a mine. We know that there's 1 mine here to complete this 3. Therefore, this must also be a mine to complete this 2. This cannot be a mine. So we can do that. This 3 now is forced to be a mine here and no mine here. I think this 7 can be completed by doing this. This 2 is complete. This 4 is already done. And this therefore is a mine. This is a mine, and this isn't a mine. Alright. That was actually fairly simple. We only used the quad rule like once for the opening of the board. But regardless, the quad actually did contribute to the puzzle. Alright, next we have liar and connected. Liar means that each rule must be 1 more or 1 less than its stated value. So the 0 must be a 1 or a -1, but obviously it can't be a -1. You can't have -1 mines around it. So it must have 1 mine around it. This 3 must have 2 mines around it or 4 mines around it. And this one must also have 2 mines or 4 mines around it. Connected means that all mines are orthogonally or diagonally connected. If you had a mine here, it must be connected to the rest of the mines. So you have to have a mine here, and then you have to have a mine here. So all the mines must be connected in some way. You can't have singular islands of mines. So we begin, I think I'll begin this by using a very high contrast color. I will write down the actual values here. So for example, this 3 here can't be a 4 because there aren't 4 spaces around it. It can't be a 3 either because of the liar rule, so it must be a 2. And now this 2 and the 1 work very well. We know the 0 had to be a 1. This 2 and the 1, they work very well together in the fact that there can be a maximum of 1 mine here. So this has to be a mine and these are all non-mines. This 1 could be a 0 or 2, we don't know. This 1 could also be a 0 or 2. Alright. However, could this be a 2? Let's think about it. If it was a 2, then we know that these are both mines. This 1 therefore can no longer be a 0 and must be a 2. If it was a 2, then it already sees 2 mines and therefore none of these are mines. But the problem is that this results in an island of mines, which isn't possible. Therefore, we know that this 1 here cannot be a 2 and therefore must be a 0. So these are mines. Alright, this 3 must be a 2. And we can complete that. This 1 also must be a 2 because it can't be a 0. And we can complete that. This 4 can no longer be a 5 and therefore must be a 3. Because it has 4 cells around it, so it can't be a 5, it has to be a 3. And we know 1 mine is here, so by regular Minesweeper logic, this has to be a mine. Cool. Yes. Alright, this 3. Actually, let's take a look at the liar or connected rule. This 3 here could be a 2, or it could be a 4. The simple way we can do is, let's look at 2. If it was a 2, would that work? Well, no, because none of these would be mines, and you would have island of mines here. So this can't be 2, and therefore it must be a 4. Additionally, actually, we can say that this has to be a mine. If it wasn't a mine, we would also isolate this. So yeah, this is a mine. Now we know there's a 4. Can this be a mine? The answer is no, because if it was, this is not a mine creating an island here. So this can't be a mine. 0. 0 is not a 0, it's a 1. And therefore this is a mine. Completing this 3, which is actually a 4. This 4 must be a 3. So we can do that. This 3 is already finished. It's actually a 4, it can't be a 2. Because it has 4 mines around it, which happens to fill its liar rule set. So this isn't a mine. We know there's 1 mine around here, which has to be this one. This 2 has to be a 3, which so happens to be completed. This 2 is also a 3, which happens to be completed. And we have 1 mine remaining, so this is the mine. Sorry, I'm having some weird flu symptoms today. But as you can see, that was pretty fun. Oh, well, that was pretty fun for me. It was pretty easy as well, but I'm not gonna, jinx myself. Next, we're looking at triplet and wall. So triplet means that mines may not form a 3 in a row, diagonally or, horizontally or vertically. Wall means that these clues are special. These clues kind of show you that it is made of different walls that are of these lengths, so chains of these lengths. Because of basic Minesweeper rules, we know that if there is a 1, 2 here and there's a 1, 2 here, these are basically the same thing. Therefore, none of these are mines. 1, 3, 1, 1. Alright, let's do something here. We know that because of this 1, 2 rule, there has to be at least 1 mine here. Correct? And let's take a look. Yes, because even if you had 1 mine here and 1 mine here, to satisfy the 2 in this rule, you need to put a mine here or a mine here. So firstly, there has to be at least 1, but it's also possible that both of these are mines. Let's take a look at the situation in which this is the case. Is this bad? And the answer is yes. The reason why is because this happens to finish up this 1, 1 here, so we know that none of these are mines. Taking a look at this 1, 3 here, it is now no longer possible to finish up the 1, 3. As you can see, we have like 4 possible mine spots, which cannot be split into 1, 3. Because if you place mines here and here and here, it would be 1 and 3, but they wouldn't be separate. So that's wrong. They would have to be separate chains. Therefore, we know that these two can't have both mines in them, so they have to have one mine in them, and therefore these have to be both mines. Additionally, since these have both mines in them, that finishes up this 1-1, and as well, this has to have one mine in it. Now we actually know that these two mines cannot have 0 mines in them, as we have shown with the example just now. And since they can't have 0 mines in them, they must have one mine in them. They must have one mine in them. Therefore, this cannot be a mine. All right. So let's see. I think we know that this is always a mine. Yes, we know that this is always a mine. If this wasn't a mine, there is one mine here, which cannot form the 3. There's 2 empty spots here, which also cannot form the 3. So this can't be a non-mine. It has to be a mine. Alright. We know that... Okay, the triplet... I think the triplet comes into play now. We know that it can't be these two that are mines. And therefore this 3 must either have its chain like this, or its chain like this. But I don't know if, you know, there's anything about that that's special. Yeah, because its chain cannot look like that, so its chain must be, you know, like this. Oh, but if its chain was like this, then the only way to, you know, finish the 1-3 is if this were a mine. And if the chain was like this, well then this is a mine. So this is always a mine. We can finish this up. 1-1 means this cannot be a mine. 1-1 here means this is, and this isn't. This 1 is complete, it's regular Minesweeper. This 1 tool is very special. By bounding it, we know that these two have to be mines. And I think I can show you why it can't be a mine. If this was a non-mine, you'd have 3 cells around it, which cannot make this 1-2. So these are both mines. This 1-1 happens to be finished. This 1-3 needs to have a mine here to make this chain of 3, and this isn't mine. Now this 1-3 here sees 1 here already, so this mine must be part of the 3, which we can do. This is no longer a mine, and 0 mines remaining means this. Alright, interesting. We used the triplet rule exactly once, the rest was all wall. I don't know if that kind of shows you that this side of rule sets are actually a lot more constrained. But enough of that, let's look at 6x6. Total 4871, Jesus. Look at the number of puzzles in these. These have like 100 each, but this has 4,800. So let's begin with outside and partition are OP. So two means that there are 2 walls around it. Yeah, 2 walls around it. I think, yes, alright. Firstly, this 2 partition must have a mine here or here. Oh, but it doesn't tell me anything, right? Because this isn't 1 mine, this is 1 wall. Right, so it could, you know, even do something funny like this, which makes sense, right? Because it sees 2 different walls, and this one only sees 1 wall. That works. Alright. Outside though. Yes, alright, let's think about it. Can this be a mine? Or, how should I do this? Can this be a non-mine? And the weird answer is no, because of how outside and partition work together. I think I see how this works. We've learned that outside has really just one simple pattern, and this tool breaks that because the only way to make 2 partitions now is to do something like this. But there we go, there's the pattern that breaks the outside. So we know that this cannot be a non-mine and must be a mine. Yes. Wait. Yeah. Can this be a mine? Firstly, this can't be a mine. If it was, it would break the 2. But this, we don't know if this is a mine or not. It couldn't be it could be a mine. It could also be a non-mine. I don't think there's anything that really just pops out right now. I'm sorry. Jesus. Oh, can this be a mine? And the answer, I don't think it can. Because this can no longer be a mine. If not, this one would be wrong. And the only way to make this 2 now is to do something like this, which breaks the outside rule. So this can't be a mine. Okay. Interesting. Therefore, we know that this area cannot have 2. And this must have a mine in there. This one is complete. And therefore, 1 here. Alright. This 1 sees 1 here. Very interesting. What if there was a mine here? Actually, what if there was no mine here? If there was no mine here, this would be a mine, and then none of these would be mines. I think that works, right? It looks like it works. It kind of does look like it works. Huh. Well, that's one of the options we have. The other option is if this was a mine, in which case we get so many more different options. Actually, can we think about it? What if this wasn't a mine? No, because this is also possible, right? Ah, dang, that works. I was thinking that if this was a mine, then this would fail, but this doesn't have to be a mine either. This could be a non-mine. Alright. What are we looking at here then? I'm gonna go grab something. I'll be right back. Alright, I have returned. Nice, alright. Actually what I was thinking was maybe, right, if I ever get stuck, like, this, I should just pause and, like, think about it, and when I find something, I just, continue recording. I still don't have anything. But what it seems to me here is that... okay. I don't know. I don't know, but how partition normally works is very funny. Let's introduce some new notation, I guess. The box here implies that there must be 1 wall in it. Not 1 mine, 1 wall. The funny thing about it is that something special about these new notation that I saw while playing the regular partition is that if you had 2 blocks like this, so there must be 1 wall here and there must be 1 wall here total, that makes 2 walls, then you can't have mines here and here, because that would combine everything, making just 1 wall when you're supposed to have 2. So this must have 1 wall in it. It cannot have 0. It cannot have 0. It cannot have 2. So it must have exactly 1. This 1 implies that there must be 1 wall here. Alright. And this one also implies there must be 1 wall here. But kind of sees this. I think if we prove that this is a mine, therefore, we would thus prove that this is kind of forced. Right? Yes. Yes, it is. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. That is only if this is a mine. Yeah, if anything here was a mine, it would need to chain back into this. However, it's entirely possible that, you know, something like this is the case, and therefore this would actually also work. Because, you know, you could do something like this. I think that's how it works, yeah. Jeez. So we have to be somewhat careful here. I think what we should be doing here is looking at specific cells, whether they can be mines or not. It's not a very good rule to follow. If you can find nice logic, I think it's better to find the nice logic. But here, I don't know. I think we have to just look at a cell and figure out if it works or not. Like, for example, can this cell be... Oh, we already saw that, but let's say, can this cell be empty? Oh, well, yeah, if any of these cells were empty, all the cells to the left of it have to also be empty. And this works here, this has to be empty as well. And if any of these were mines, everything to the right of it has to be mine. So that's a little bit of a weird interaction. What if this was a mine? This would have to be a mine. This one sees one here. Therefore, it kind of has to build. Alright. If this was a mine, then we know that this cannot no longer be empty, because this must be a mine, and the one would need to have all these be mined to make itself right. However, this blocks in this little block here. Right. So we now know that if this was a mine, this can't be empty, and this would have to be a mine. This has to be empty. Oh, and that's wrong. This cannot be a mine because that would isolate the two. And this cannot be empty because that forms a pattern. Wait, no, it doesn't. What? No, I'm blind. It doesn't. This could be empty. It could be empty. Jeez. And this would have to be mined to avoid the pattern, as we can see here. So that's possible, right? Oh, Jesus. Yeah, it is possible. This has to be empty. Yeah, if it was a mine, then this chain would, you know, enclose this set of five cells here. This would be empty. I guess we can also look at kind of like different situations and what is constant and what is not constant. Let's see, if this was empty, this would be a mine. Has to be a mine here. This is empty, this would be a mine. If this was a mine, yeah, this one's really weird. Right, I think I'll look at it, and when I get something, I'll come back. Alright. I have officially given up, and I'm gonna look for a hint. Oh my god, this one, really? Interesting. Really? So looking at this one, well, I guess if this was a mine, then this would be forced. Yes, it would. Yes, it would. Oh, that just breaks, damn it. That just breaks, damn it. Oh, come on. This can't be a mine, huh? Wow. Okay, okay. I see. Jesus Christ. Insane. Alright. I think I see it. Can this be a mine? And the answer is no. Wait, can it be a mine? The answer is yes, it can. Of course it can. And I could do something like this. Oh. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Now that we know that, can this be a mine? I don't think we should look at that. Can this be a mine? If it was, then this is forced. Okay. Well, what happens then? This has to be a mine to break the deadly pattern. I think this has to be a mine. Yeah, because if it wasn't, it would break. I don't know. If this was empty, then this would have to be a mine. Could this still be a mine? I mean, it could, I guess. No, it can't. This, okay. If this happened, this can't be a mine because it would have to link to here, and you know, these would have to link, and that would break, that would enclose this set. So if this was empty, this would have to be a mine. This would have to be empty as well, and therefore these would have to be empty. This would have to be a mine, and there have to be, you know, a mine here, I think. Yeah, there have to be a mine here. That's the case where this is empty. What if this were a mine? I think that gives us way less information. Whoops. I was doing something. Alright, anyways. I think this is key. I think this one's the key. Or at least we know that there's one mine, that there has to be one here. Yes, it is the key. We know it has to be one here. Therefore, to make two, we know that this must have one wall. And we actually know that if there was a mine here, because of how these 1 and 1 works, this would have to be a mine. And according to that thing I said just now, this would connect the two, which would make this wrong. So this can't be a mine. Alright, thank God. Jesus. This was insanely stupid. But I think these are no longer mines. This is a mine. Yeah, alright. 11 mines remaining is a lot of mines for such a small space. I think we do know that this has to be a mine. If this was not a mine, then this has to be a mine forming the pattern, so this has to be a mine. Cool. Let's see. Can it ever be that this pattern exists? You know, to make the two. So essentially, can this be empty? If this was empty, right, it would force the two to look like this. Right, yes. This must now be empty so that to prevent the pattern. This must be a mine. These will all be mines to connect the one. Is this possible? And it looks like the answer is actually yes. I think it is. It does look pretty possible to me. This looks pretty okay. Because everything's connected. The mines are outside, kind of doing their thing. They're touching the outside. All the non-mines are connected, so it is possible, I guess. I guess if any of these were non-mines, I guess if this was a non-mine or if this was a non-mine, then this would have to be a mine. I don't know. Now what do we look at? Look at this. If this was a mine, this would have to be empty to prevent one from blocking itself in. This would have to be a mine. No, this cannot be a mine. That breaks. It can't be a mine because that will form the pattern. But this too now cannot have two walls around it. So this just can't be a mine. There we go. Okay. Finally, this is a mine. This 3 is forced. These two are mines. This 2 is very interesting. Oh, this 1 is actually very forced. Wow. Alright. Remaining... Can this be a mine? This can't be a mine. If it was a mine, then this would have to be a mine to break the pattern. This would have to be a mine to make sure that there are exactly two walls around it. And this isolates an entire area here. So this can't be a mine. Oh, excuse me. Right, so this is not a lot of information to work with, but I think it's enough. I don't know. Can this be a non-mine? If it was, it would have to like come out here and then connect this. Yeah, that's fine. I guess, can this be a mine? This answer is no, because you have two mines remaining, and no matter how you put the two mines, there'll always be an empty cell here. So this can't be a mine. 1. Now this can't be a mine, yeah. Because if this was a mine, it would have to connect here, and that would break it would isolate cells. 0 is regular Minesweeper, so is a 0. 1 can be done. This can't be a mine because if it was, you would isolate cells, so this isn't a mine. And 2 mines remaining. Boom. Oh my god. Oh my god, this specific puzzle. Wow. Wow. Yeah. You can see how difficult that was. I had to use a hint. Oh my god, alright. Dual and eyesight. DE. All mines must form 1 by 2 blocks, so you know, this has to happen, and then none of these can be mines. If not, it would break the 1 by 2 pattern. And also, these see the number of mines in 4 directions. Oh yeah, we can't really do that, right? I foresee that this is gonna be really bad because these rules don't synergize with each other at all. D's talking about the mines, but Eyesight's talking about non-mines. Eyesight's talking about non-mines, right? Yeah. So how do these clues even synergize with each other? Well, this 5 can only see a maximum of 5, so this 7, which cannot see 6, must see 5 maximum. Therefore, this also can't be a mine. Alright. Ooh, I see. Can this be a mine? The answer is no, it can't be a mine, because if it was, this 5, this is forced because of eyesight. You can't have mines here or here because that would block the 5. Yeah, it would. This 5 would see 4, and therefore we'll have to have one empty and one mine. Yeah, we'll have to have one empty and one mine. If the mine was... Oh, but the mine could be here, right? It doesn't break. Yes, it doesn't break. It doesn't break, damn it. No, it does. A mine here would break. Alright, but more importantly, okay, if this was the case, actually I think we can do a lot better and say that this can't be a mine. If it was a mine, the 7 could see a maximum of... We'll have to do this, but the 5 would not be broken because it would see 6 cells. So this can't be a mine. I think more importantly, we can also prove that this can't be a mine, because if it was, then this is forced. We know the previous pattern. We know it cannot extend all the way. So this is forced. This 5 sees 5, mine here, mine here. Now this cannot be a mine, because that would make a L shape which breaks dual. So mine here, mine here, mine here. Now, funny thing about the 5 actually is that the 5, as we've seen before, must be like this and this. There has to be a mine here or a mine here. Well, firstly, a mine can't be here, because if it was, it would be blocked off by these non-mines. So the mine can't be here. But the mine can't be here either, because if a mine was here, it would have to extend, but that would break. It will make an L shape. So similarly, it doesn't work, and therefore all of that is to prove that this can't be a mine. Okay. Now this 5 can only see 4 here, and therefore this 7 must see 3 more. Oh wow, alright. Actually this 7 sees 6 already. Okay. This 5 sees 4 already. Right, alright. And what that is to say is that, this 7... Alright, let's see. This can't be a mine, we know that, because if it was a mine that breaks dual, so this is a non-mine, first off. This 7 also sees 6 already. Very cool. Firstly, this can't be a mine, with this 7 and 5. It's the same as this 7 and 5, so this can't be a mine. Let's see, those are mine here. Would force it to be a mine here. No mine here. I don't know. I'm trying to put mines at like spots that seem good. Like what if that was a mine here? You know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Non-mine. Alright, I think that's what we can prove. This 5 sees 4, which is kind of interesting. It already sees 4. If there was a mine here, this would have to be empty, because it can't be a mine too, otherwise it would break the 7. This 5 would be finished. Actually, all these 7s would be finished. Oh, and that breaks. And that breaks. This 5 here can't extend out to make its 1x2 block. So we know that this isn't a mine. Wow, what the... This can't be a mine. This has to be a mine, I mean. If it wasn't a mine, the 5 would see 6, so this is a mine. So that's our first mine, finally. In like a stupidly long while. This 5 must either have, you know, its non-mine here, and a mine here, or it's non-mine here, and a mine here. But essentially this 5 sees... Oh, right. This 5 has 4 in this column. And this 7 sees those 4. And those 3, meaning this isn't a mine. This is a mine, sorry. Ah. Okay, okay. This 7 seeing 3 must see 4. Okay. We don't know yet. This 5 seeing 4 must see 1 more, so one of these are mines. Let's see, if this was a mine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, non-mine, mine. This will have to extend out this way. It can't extend out this way because there's already a mine here. So we have to extend out this way. This 5 has to have an empty here, and the mine has to extend out like this. This would be a non-mine, this would be a non-mine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This will have to be a mine. And that breaks. That breaks. That breaks. So it all stemmed from this being a mine, therefore it can't be a mine. Jeez, okay. If this was a mine, firstly we would have all those previous deductions. This would have to be a mine, non-mine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, sorry, this has to be a mine. It's already C7. This will have to be a non-mine. This will have to be a mine, and that breaks because this has to extend out here, which will make the L shape. So this can't be the mine either. And there we go. Alright. The puzzle's unraveling itself. Sort of, not really. Is it? I don't know. This 7 already sees 7, so that's a mine. This 7 is interesting. Can I click any of these? No. Okay. These are both mines, or none of these are mines? What if none of these were mines? Then these would be both mines. Oh wow, alright. Cool interactions, cool interaction. And then this would be a mine, because the 7 here will be filled, and I guess that works. But if both of these were mines, then these would be non-mines to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have to finish up the 7. These would be non-mines to finish up these 7s. And then these would be both mines. Yeah. I think that's still right. It's still possible. And then 1 mine here and 1 mine here to finish up these blocks. Otherwise, wait a minute. Otherwise... Yeah, I think this is fine, yeah. It's not proven. I was thinking we could like prove with the mine count, prove something with the mine count, but apparently we cannot prove with something with the mine count. Alright. 7 is pretty interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I don't know. What if this was a mine, I guess? I don't know. Is this a mine? If this was a mine, then these have to be non-mines. Then these would have to be mines. 1, 2, 3. Non-mines, non-mines. Is non-mine. Oh, well, I think we can prove that this isn't a mine firstly. More simply, so that because if this mine had to extend here, this isn't a mine, you know. But if a mine extended here, then we can do this, thereby proving that this can never be a mine. Okay, not very helpful at all. Can this ever be a mine? No, this can't be a mine. If it was a mine, we have to extend outwards, which breaks this. So this can't be a mine. We still haven't proved anything. I don't think so. Yeah, we still haven't proved anything yet. It's slow, but I think it's going. It has to be going somewhere. Right. Could this have a mine in it? I don't know, because if this had a mine in it, then this isn't a mine. This would be a mine. You know, we can do the regular. This would have to be a mine then. None of these would be mines. This can't be a mine. And this... Oh, and that breaks. This breaks this 7. So this can't be a mine. Wow. Jeez. Alright. Was that what we needed? This 2 can be completed already. This one has dueled. This can't be a mine, actually. Yeah, we've proven this can't be a mine. If it was a mine... if this was a mine, then both of these are empty, which breaks a 7 again, so this can't be a mine. There can't be a mine here. This is a mine. Alright, these 7s are complete. This 7 can be completed. And the last mine is here or here. So none of these are mines. 8. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This has to be empty, and this is a mine. Okay. That was pretty disgusting of a puzzle. That was pretty disgusting. Especially that singular section here, where I had to figure out it was this exact cell that gave me all the remaining information. But I guess there's that. We've been here for about 50 minutes, looking at 5 puzzles. Yeah, we've looked at 5 puzzles. I think we'll continue next time and do more of these plus. Hashtag can wait, I guess. I think hashtag is a more novel idea, specialer, you know, because each cell itself has a different rule. Yeah, so alright, see you next time.